Kyber Network, when to invest. This hasn't blown up yet. So hi, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm back on the green screen. I got some new lighting. Haha, thank God. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, hit the bell button, like, comment, and yeah, do all kinds of cool stuff just to get the word around. So, one of my popular series is when to invest in cryptos. Obviously, sometimes they just moon rocket, but this one hasn't yet. It has done a full retracement on the daily. I want to talk about that. So, in terms of investing, keep an eye on this. So, in terms of if you don't know what this is about, or you've never heard of Kyber Network, you should have done. It's probably one of the main ecosystem elements of Ethereum. It's basically their liquidity pool. It's pretty good. Seamless token swaps anywhere. Kyber Network is a blockchain-based liquidity protocol that aggregates liquidity from a wide range of reserves, powering instant and secure token exchanges in a decentralized application. Basically for the Ethereum network. It is pretty damn powerful and it is pretty damn good. I've done a video on this, please do check that video out. But it's growing, it's getting a very, very big ecosystem. It has a lot of partnerships, it has a lot of wallet services, uses, swaps, all kinds of stuff. It is pretty big, especially in the decentralized finance world. It has a lot of partnerships. So, moving on to that, I want to talk about one thing with this. You can stake it, you can make money with it, you can make Ethereum with it in the staking reward. So please make sure you do some research before you jump into all this. If you jump in on the Kyber Network, it teaches you everything in terms of how the token works. But this has a burning protocol. This is why I like it. So the supply of the coin will get lower and lower as things progress over time in the future. So keep in mind with that. That will increase prices. Not financial advice, but buy low, hold on to it. Could be a good hodl coin. So when I first introduced this, I mentioned it about Crypto.com. Link below, by the way, for Crypto.com. Crypto Mobster is my referral. They're doing a swap. I want to make this clear. If you swap your MCO for the Crow token, they are abandoning the MCO token. Essentially, it's going to be all on the Crow token, the utility token. So if you joined in that syndicate on the first time when I mentioned this, you know, earning and holding the Crow token is the way to go. Just make sure if you do have the card or if you do have all kinds of MCO tokens laying around, make sure you swap it. You get like a 20% bonus added on as staking. So that's the news part of that done. Just the only reason why I'm talking about this is because when I first did the KNC video, I mentioned it. It was on the syndicate for Crypto.com. A lot of people jumped in. Yeah, cool. Anyways, moving on to the chart. Hello. This is the BTC chart first. We'll talk about this one first because it's the obvious and easy one. Let's talk about it. So I mentioned at the start of the video, it has done a full retracement. This is the daily time frame. We have went into these levels, this tiny little level. You know, it's not done too bad. Nice little run, but it's not run as much as everything else. I want to make that clear, by the way. So we've retraced. We've went nice and low into this 618 level, into this little area here. We're starting to take off again. We've retraced, so we've done a pump, retracement. I think this is going to fly very, very soon. I think this is going to take off. Reason being, it's not really pumped as much as everything else. It's retraced as everything else has grown. Look at the likes of Link, Band, for example. They're doing really, really well. This is DeFi. This is an ecosystem of liquidity protocol in reserves based on the Ethereum network. Also has partnership with Link. So keep in mind, this could really take off. Just keep in mind. If you are looking for an investment to buy into, this is how you do it. You buy into when it has retraced from these top levels. Now, a lot of people give me stick going, oh, but they're very ambitious. Well, you know, that was a 42% retracement. Even to this point here, 30% off. Always wait for the retracement, wait for the buys. I've been buying this at certain levels all the way down. Been happy with the buy-ins, very, very happy with it. I stake it. It's really, really cool. Looking to accumulate more and more as I believe that you know, burning cycle of the tokens on the fees will make it better. Less supply, things will obviously increase with demand and scarcity. So in terms of this long-term sections of this, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit just to show you some stuff. I feel we're going to go up to these levels. That's what my personal opinion is, not financial advice. I think if we do form another high, we will go into these Satoshi ranges, but I will go into the Tether chart now. Now, disclaimer, there's not much in terms of Tether data. Let me just see if I can find one. Bear with me, because It does my head in when I can't see everything. There we go, that's better. This is just a USD variation of it, just to give you an insight. So we have done well. There's no question about that. We have, even if you talk about from April levels up to these levels, we've done all right. 293%. But in reality, when you look overall, year to date, it's done very well as well. But when you compare this to like a band into the likes of, you know, Chainlink, etc., they've done a lot more. This over that course of period, Chainlink and stuff like that's done like 1,000%, 400 easily on the majority of the DeFi coins. This hasn't yet. This hasn't done that. It has went up quite high. It's retraced a good chunk. So there's definitely room to grow here, especially when you consider the fact that the tokens are going to get burnt over time as it increases. So let's talk about some clear levels. So there's an obvious clear level here, which in my opinion, very unlikely to tap at any moment. But that being said, this is cryptocurrency. This is the world of cryptocurrency. It gets pretty mental. So that's an obvious daily level. We've also got another obvious daily level up at this higher region up here. But this is also a very, very nice demand zone. As you can see where these wicks have just whipped in and whipped back out. So there's obvious demand at that $1.30 level. Chances of getting us back there, possible, but we'll wait and see. But the next level we need to break out is obviously this declining level here. So as you can see here, we've got very nice little formation lower highs there. So we may get a tap of this demand level again, that $1.30. So if you are patient, you may be able to get orders in if you ladder in and expect it to go up. But one good thing about this one, you can have a nice little stop loss in and around this region just in case things go a little bit wrong. So if you are an investor though, I would definitely ladder in and around this region. In my opinion, this hasn't even mooned. You know, when you look at where it's been in the past and where it is now, this is a key area. Break through this, we go on a run. You can see that we go on a nice little run up to these levels where these wicks were, $2.30 levels, possibly even higher. So just keep an eye on that. But personal opinion, there's a lot of movement right now, a lot of volume going into this. So there might be some increased demand with the fact of hype, with the fact of, you know, whales pumping certain things in the DeFi network and the ecosystem. So just keep an eye on it. But for me, clear demand section there. But the one thing that we need to obviously break is obviously this level here, this $1.87 region. This is the breaking point. Break through that, pop. So definite buying range is kind of obvious. See it? This whole range here is obvious buying range. Put a stop loss below that region here. You might be all right, especially if you're using it as an investment asset, not a leverage trade. So just keep that in mind. So in terms of that, simple really. So key level, $1.90. Just say $1.90 is key level. Key demand area, where the actual demand levels are or seem to be, it's $1.30. So keep an eye on it. If you can ladder in and around to these regions and off we go, cool. If it doesn't work out, you got a nice little stop loss dollar cost average in and around that region, you should be okay. So yeah, not financial advice, but I do feel that KNC will probably at some point get the hype train along with it. You know, it's kind of vitally important you understand that, you know, I'm looking at the market right now, there's a lot of things pumping, a lot of things pushing right now. Zilliq's one that's doing well. But when you look at the fact of Chainlink, Band, all the other different types of DeFi, you know, oracles and all kinds of stuff like that, ecosystems for the decentralized finance world, it's all hype as it stands, but that's good, it makes money. So just be careful you buy into the hype at the right times. So yeah, see you again tomorrow. Not a bad video. Hope the lighting's better, hope you can see me properly, much better.